some sayings, they never outdate themselves. They stand the test of time when you think about humanity and how we build and develop cultures on top of cultures. And it's one saying that's ever so clear to me at this point, and I believe that I should give a deeper understanding to all of you, my elevators, and for the cross watchers. People, not cross watchers, but people haven't stepped on the path of elevation. But we all know you will, and we root for you here at the station called Ascension to Sovereignty. It's nothing but love over here. But sometimes you got to whip your friend and make him bleed sometime, and then shake his hand afterwards. So don't think we soft over here. That saying of you can't serve two masters, it is more prevalent than ever now based on the knowledge I have of what's going on inside this dome we call Earth. It's so many lies and deceptions, and it's one term that you can connect with it. And that term is crabs in the barrel. See, many of us are trying to get our own piece of the pie. We want a paycheck slid up under the table to us. And it's never more clear to me than now what's going on when you talk about the just the humans and the masters that they serve. Because we all know we got reptilians, extraterrestrials of multi forms. Like, it doesn't stop there. We have so many breeds of people. We are the lesser demographic, seriously. Like, we really are. And I specifically know these things now. So, you can't serve two masters. When you think of a master, let's just say the word we use, God. We put a lot of power in that word. God. A lot of people believe that they are serving God, or certain directions come from God, or certain monies will hit their Zelle account or Cash App account, or they'll slide them a couple dollars, and you believe as though this is coming from God. The real and true God doesn't do business in such a manner. Many of us must understand who it is that we're serving. Is there a God? Yes. Yes, it is. But many of us are held under the disguise or delusion or miseducation of who has given us specific directions to move humanity on a path of enlightenment. And we all know who was in charge of enlightenment and music. We know who the minister of music was in the biblical terms. And enlightenment, Lucifer, Satan. We know the origins and the connections that come from more than the later version, the Bible. It's Enuma Elish. It's other emerald tablets that depict of beings called Enlil and Enki and, Amun Ra that shaped what we know now as formed Christianity. But it was a whole lot of things way before then, thousands of years ago, that directed us in a more simplified version, but now it's more detailed and micromanaged existence. But we have become powerful in our own right. And the problem with a lot of things that's going on with the Illuminati, I know, it's these terms I use are not new to the majority of you, but to some of you, I know they may be. So Illuminati, feel free to Google how Chat GPT. It's going to tell you it's a myth. This is what it's supposed to be. But I'm just talking about the top level human beings that have systems and businesses that manufacture, control, manufacture products, manufacturing the educational system, the religious systems. It ain't hard to go past the Rockefellers and the Carnegies. People say the Carnegies. Excuse me. And you can see how the miseducation had been, the world has been reset time and time again. And when I say reset, I mean a great flood, the electricity go off for a while, where, people begin to be separated. And you put people in certain places that's willing to act like they don't know with a degree of heartlessness to push the next agenda of development that's taking place. I know it's getting kind of deep, but I know I got some smart people on here that's following along. And if you're not able to follow along, does not mean that you're not smart, because you may not be privy to certain information that I'm talking about. I don't know. I got a small cough and cold and mess around on a computer. Attempted to complete a few tasks today. As usual. Excuse me. Can't serve two masters. Let me get to the point. Oh man, it's sad. Illuminati. Those of you that know, these are people that sit above, you know, the rest of the humans, right? All of these, a collection of wealthy families, powerful families that sit above governments, that sit above the Masons, and they direct the Masons. They direct in the different groups that have, they like the workers, the lieutenants of the arms of the Illuminati, right? They're sending their directions and they carrying out different tasks. True story. But of course, the Illuminati has directions also, for sure. This is what complicates so much, right? Let me cut this off. This is what complicates what's going on with us right now. And I want you to listen to me and listen to me clear, because I'm going to cut it after this. It's not going to be long. See, what complicates things is that even the Illuminati, the Masons, everybody is serving too many masters. What am I talking about? See, they have different partnerships with different factions of aliens, extraterrestrials, other beings. They got several partnerships, and one of the worst partnerships they have is with reptilians that live in different parts of the earth. That these reptilians live to 25 to 3,500 years young. They do they do rough things, like they eat human beings and drink their blood. The blood is like an intoxicant to them, and they prefer it to be young and fresh without that many toxins in the body. So that's where a lot of these children go. I'm sorry, a trigger warning. See, they have these children, and what they do is they scare the shit out of them. I'm gonna have to make this video not children safe. I apologize. So they scare the crap out of them to get, I can't recall the certain chemical that gets released in the bloodstream when you are ultra frightened. Same thing with animals, but this, when it puts the the bulk of this stuff in the chemicals in the blood, they would harness the blood and drink it, and it would be like an ultra drug and give them such a feeling that's past intoxicating. Um, and they say the blood of youths and stuff like that does something great for human beings too. That's why a lot of our elites, they do this. They drink the blood and they get certain parts of the children like injected into their body. Like, it's important that we begin to know what's really going on. Um, but they serve them. They serve them. That's the part. See, everybody in the chain of command is they obeying several masters, right? So you think even the Illuminati, the Masons, everybody is serving their masters, and they trying to get something for themselves too. So how much room do they got to even love you and me? They ain't even got much room to love us, do they? Oh, I'm laughing to keep from crying. I don't even feel like crying today, boy. But certain things, messing around on computers and stuff, and all it's mind-boggling to me. I mean, I'm understanding this part, that part. I got gaps. It's hard. So I told you I want to end it with that. I'm asking a question. The call to action is to answer this question for us. Like, reply in the comments. If we got these people in our world, these people, your neighbor, the judges, our council people, if they are serving all these multiple people that give them messages on their phone, that gets the person to come meet them and tell them what to do in person, give them a little gesture, and this and that and the other, right? If they serving all these people without a strong will, how could they possibly love you and me? Ain't enough room. They will ain't even that strong to think about sacrifice. They ain't got it in them. I haven't met one yet. I wish they would tell me in my face, oh yeah, I could go against it. I'm going, no. If you go against it, they gonna be tearing your ass up like they did Cat Williams all them years, but they got with him because he been a Mason a long time anyway. See, and Cat Williams, my man, he even from Ohio. I know what time it is though. When you agree. And that's the worst part, when people agree and they know they fulfilling certain agenda, but want to act like they're not. And we still spending time looking and listening to these people on social media, on the news, just because we want to be entertained. Look, man, it's time to cut this stuff out. Follow the real like me. Don't even follow me. Get with me so we can ride. I will never steer you wrong. I'm steering the trajectory way up out of here. I love you. We gonna get out of this bondage. We gonna get out of this bondage. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. Well, that's the first stage of the goal. To break out of this bondage and then see what's outside of this bondage. See how we can elevate after. Because we don't got no clue of what's outside of this bondage. Like Hillary Clinton always say. You can Google this. Why does Hillary Clinton always talk about busting the highest glass ceiling? What is she talking about? Google that. Put that in Chat GPT. Why does Hillary Rodham Clinton, why does she always refer to busting the highest glass ceiling? We wasn't able to break it yet. See, that's the goal of the elite, to break out. I digress. That's for the elevators communities. Please join the elevators, because we going there. We going to enjoy life, but we going to stay focused on the main goal. elevation right up out of bondage. Ascension to sovereignty.